My script says, what up? When I wrote this last night, I put, what up? I've never opened a show, what up? But I'm going to do it. What up? I'm Frank Nicotero, lifelong sports fan, longtime comedian. I did that backwards. Look at that. We're off to a weird start, Ryan. Why are you looking at me so?
No, I mean, at least you did it backwards instead of flipping it.
Yeah, I know, right. I've done that. I've messed it up. Anyway, welcome to the show, Punchlines. I'm Frank Nicotero. It's day 3 of his South Point residency, ladies and gentlemen. A man who has more hits than Barry Manilow. A man who once danced with the Chippendales on the Vegas Strip. We can't find the footage. He's my vice presidential running mate for 2024. The Dean Martin to my Frank Sinatra. He's a hunka burning love. But he got a shot for that. He's fine. Denny Neagle, ladies and gentlemen. There's Dean. Oh, there's Dean Martin and Sinatra. And then you turn it. There we go. Nice job,
beautiful.
Brian. Well done. What picture was I? And then, look at it.
Oh, there
and
it is.
that's not Chan's favorite image.
Jeez.
Trey, don't look away. His son is here, and it's just
Gold Glove winner right there.
Do you remember where that was or when that happened?
That was
looks like
Turner Field.
That looks like
in
the
Atlanta.
Turner Field lighting
Yes.
and grass.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you remember?
It was bad lighting that night. That's what it was.
You remember who hit that little dribbler?
I do not remember that. It's probably Sean Casey.
Right. Well, he's still not to first base if you look at that.
I can still get him.
God, how great was Sean Casey yesterday?
He's the best, man.
You know, we cut these little clips, and we cut the clip to him talking about his first home run, and I watched it twice. That guy, is he ever like not in a great mood?
Never. I'm telling you. That's why that story about Todd Helton. There were so many stories like that.
He didn't believe him.
There's no way any human being can be that nice, man. But he really is.
Something in the water in that Steel City. I'm telling you what. It's where all the good people cut. Denny had a lot of it, gallons of it. Ryan, maybe we should get you some Pittsburgh water.
Oh boy! Right off the get-go.
2 minutes in. 2 minutes in, the whiteboard's
You did
coming
it to
out.
yourself.
Damn it! Where did you live? What part of the town did you live in? Were you in the North Hills?
I was in the North Hills.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first year I stayed right downtown at, oh my gosh, Allegheny something.
Yeah,
It was
Allegheny
right
Center or the,
I think that's what it was, Allegheny
Gateway
Center.
Towers. There's a lot of
It
places.
was like walking, stumbling distance to the Clark Bar and Grill right next to Three River Stadium.
The Clark Bar. We talked. I was telling Matt and Everett about that. He's a little too young for the Clark Bar. I'm like, everyone was too. There was a lot that went on. Steve Blass used to sit there and drinks and. But all the players hung out there because it was
co-owned by Cangelosi, John Smiley, and Spanky, Mike LaValliere.
Mike LaValliere, who I saw in Bradenton a few years ago.
Yes.
I went down for spring training. I don't know if I told you this. I finally made it down on my 50th birthday with a couple of buddies.
So it was like 15 years ago?
It was a long time ago. And we ended up, we went to LaValliere, owns a bar still.
Yes.
I went in there, and he's Spanky, man. He's just wobbling a little bit. And I'm, of course, having a few drinks. I'm like, I swear you got the tag down on Bream. He's like, oh, it's so close. It was a mess. But what a great guy. Talk to him.
He's another great dude, yeah.
Bradenton, because the nightlife ends pretty early there in Florida.
Yeah, well, they're eating dinner at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So.
I know. And I also remember there was a traffic light like every 20 feet. Like if you were, it was ridiculous. Anyway, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan McCormick is back in the producer's chair. Ryan, what was your night like last night?
Watching basketball and taking care of a 1-month-old.
You're a 1-month-old. Now is Aubrey watching the games with you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, I mean, as much as she could see. But yeah.
Now, is she sleeping well?
For about an hour and a half at a time. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Jeez. There's one episode of Modern Family that was on last night where they can't get Lily to sleep. So Cam watches Scarface with her. So Mitchell comes walking. He's like, "What are you watching?" He goes, "Brian De Palma's misunderstood masterpice, Scarface." And he's in, and he goes, "I guess she just likes all the colors." And it was like the massacre scene in the nightclub. Anyway, what did you do with Avery? What did she watch, or what did Trey watch, or Chase?
Oh gosh,
Teletubbies, or what?
Yeah, what?
Thomas the Train.
Oh yeah, God, his younger brother.
Thomas
Chase,
the Train.
A little horsey from Vegas.
Yeah, but kids. I mean, that's little TV. It just
the one that I loved that the holiday time was Polar Express. That was awesome. I remember that these guys wanted to watch it over and over, and I didn't mind. I loved watching that back
movie,
in the day.
That's a little. It looks a little creepy to me. It's a little creepy. It's like before they totally perfected computer animation, and it's just a little weird. That's Tom Hanks.
It seemed like Ryan when he was trying to talk to us from the.
Ryan the other day was across town trying to. We had a bad connection. It wasn't your fault. It's not your fault. It's 2024. We still haven't perfected the internet.
There's a lot of
Someone brought
traffic
up,
in there,
what's that?
There was a lot of traffic in there.
Yeah, and by the way,
Maybe it was too much hot chocolate.
what?
Polar Express.
Oh, see, I didn't get that. I've never seen it. So
You've never
Ryan's
seen
behind
the Polar Express?
I've never seen Polar Express. Too busy out with the ladies. You know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in trouble for that. Anyway,
It's kind of like the Brady Bunch, right, Ryan?
He's never seen the Brady Bunch. Three's Company.
No.
Okay.
Hey, we have 3 here.
What's that?
Move
Three's
on.
Company right here. Yeah. Who's Chrissy? Who's Jack? Mr. Furley. Apparently I've been told that we're gonna try to we're gonna bring Ryan on the other side of the glass soon. The sneeze guard. Ryan is gonna be. We're gonna redesign the studio a little bit. I'm told maybe after March Madness.
Nice.
That way you're closer to me. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
I mean, that pretty face deserves to be seen better.
I agree. All right. On the show today, unfortunately, we had to reschedule Hembo. His kids are sick, and he couldn't make the show, so that's all right. We're going to have Chris Andrews stop by, talk about the giant handle going on behind us, and the action's going to start big time for the tournament. The conference tournaments are wrapping up this weekend. I took Pitt today, Pitt money line, so I have Pitt money line. I'm rooting for them to win. They're up by 4 or 5 against Wake. If they when Pitt wins that game, Denny, they will play the North Carolina Tar Heels, who is his team.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Are we going to have a bet?
Well, we've made some wagers. So here's some of the first wager was on opening night of hockey. I took the Penguins. He took the Blackhawks. Penguins were huge favorites. They blow a lead, which is par for the course for them this year. And I had to wear a Blackhawks jersey in the studio. So that was bad. Then we had another bet. Penguins were playing Vegas here. Penguins are up 2-0 in the third. They blow another lead, lose 3-2. So he came up with the idea on the 101st episode I had to dress as a Dalmatian. So I came in with the Dalmatian costume, which I'm returning to Amazon today. Psh, don't tell anyone. So,
Yeah, right.
We also had a bet. You took the
keeping it for the furry
the
convention.
Stars against
What's
the
that?
Knights. You took the Stars one night against the Knights for Chris.
For Chris Harrison was on the show.
Yeah.
That's right. It's another bet I lost, but I did win. Well, there's one I beat. Oh, you had to come in as a penguin.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to come dressed as a penguin. He didn't. But anyway, one day. Well, no, the day you were supposed to, you had like one of your daughter's little penguin toys there. It was very cute.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, he kind of lamed down on the bet. So a couple days
Give me
later,
1 day's
and
notice
our
to get a
director's
penguin
like, 30 seconds to show. And Ryan stands up and runs out of the studio. I'm like, is Ryan okay? And he had like a bag with him. So I'm opening the show, and everyone back there behind the sneeze guards laughing. Ryan's standing on the ledge here in a full costume outfit, or a full penguin outfit. So he's like, "Oh, penguin! I see the penguin." So you did satisfy.
Too hot for a penguin.
It's a penguin. Oh, so hot. Why don't you start talking like Billy Madison? You can't stop. Pitt's up 25-16. We're up by 9, Sean. Told you. So, Ryan,
So I think
we're going to make a bet.
I think the loser should have to dress up in all body paint of the opposing team's colors.
Now, I get the point spread if it's Carolina versus Pitt.
No, you get 1.5.
That is BS.
1.5.
No, that's because he's like, well, you'd 1.5 goals in the Penguin. Hockey and basketball is a little different. Scoring's a little different, okay? Is that a Steelers shirt? Oh, I thought that woman, it's a Cheetos bowling shirt. I don't know what's going on out there.
I've seen some great bowling shirts
Yeah,
around.
there's a lot of bowling. There's a huge bowling tournament here. We have everything at the South Point, so make sure you come
Great
down.
athletes. A couple of them were smoking cigarettes outside the gift shop.
So listen to this. A couple weeks ago, I walk into work, and there are like people walking around with like crossbows and bow and arrows. I'm like, what's going on? There's like an archery convention.
No.
But it's just so wild. Everyone's just walking around with like these compound bows, and they're showing each other your bows, and you're like, okay. So I walked around really carefully that day. Oh, excuse me. No, after you, sir. After
I was
you.
going to say that'd be great if someone's not doing too well in the casino. You know, see arrows flying across.
Oh, I just lost my lucky pen. Not so lucky today. We were just talking about the Penguins. We want to bring up this late breaking story. Do we have we have a graphic of it, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Mario Lemieux's coming out of retirement?
No, Mario Lemieux is not coming out of retirement again.
Probably be Yager, though.
Yager.
Well,
bobblehead.
speaking of Yager, it is a story about Jaromir Yager. You know, he came back. They
I
retired
saw
his
that
jersey.
one. That was great.
Isn't that
He was
great?
skating with the team.
Unbelievable with the mullets. So look what happened today. The Pittsburgh Penguins and that I'm reading a tweet. I'm allowed
Yeah.
to say that. Shut up. That is not going to the tally.
Yeah.
So anyway, they were supposed to have a bobblehead night tonight, and the truck got hijacked.
No way.
Filled with the bobbleheads.
Yeah,
Isn't
shipment
that
got
what does it
hijacked.
say, Ryan?
Yeah. So
Wait, what was that?
Well,
Whoa, Yager looks a lot different.
This one is saying that all the fans that are in attendance that were supposed to get bobbleheads tonight, they're going to move that to a later date. So instead, they're going to give out vouchers that you can get.
You'll have to come down to the arena and pick it up.
Yeah.
But it's him like, someone, this sounds like an episode of The
That's an
Sopranos.
inside job.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
valuable bobbleheads.
Yeah, Gritty decided to respond. And
Oh, he
say-
did?
Yeah.
I want her to know it was me.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. That was it. It's just a GIF. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I hate the Flyers because, you're supposed to hate the Flyers if you grow up in that unsaid town.
You just said it.
I love Gritty. This is the weirdest mascot in sports history. He's just this orange thing with bug eyes, but he's having a really good year. And he already responded.
Yeah. Gritty's great.
I didn't know that. Ryan put that in there. Do you remember there was only one mascot when we grew up that I remember vividly.
The Philly Fanatic?
The Philly Fanatic.
Or the San Diego Chicken.
San Diego Chicken was the best.
San Diego Chicken used to perform in like in minor league parks when I was coming up also too. He was great.
So one day at Three River Stadium, we had the parrot, right? The Pirates had the parrot. I almost said the wrong thing. So anyway, but they had, this is like in the mid 80s when the Pirates were drawing like, 10,000. A lot going on. They weren't very good. So they had a chicken night. He was just called the Chicken. Then he became just the Chicken. It was the biggest crowd they had all year. And I'll tell you what, he did not disappoint. He was hysterical. Came out with the eye chart in front of the umps, which, I was dying. I had never seen him live. I'd only seen him on This Week in Baseball, small clips before ESPN.
How about that?
How about that? Mel Allen. But the San Diego, I can say San Diego.
You got him spooked now, Ryan.
I panicked to name cities. I have an Aviators jersey on today.
Yeah.
This is the local AAA team.
Yep.
That Matt Neverett loaned me, and if he's not watching, this one's going to disappear from the bag because I like this jersey. I'm going to keep this one. But anyway, Chris and Jeff Parles will be in too. Jeff Parles, who came in, and maybe we'll even talk about. Denny will probably want to know about this bracket that we're doing. We're not doing a normal tournament bracket.
Yeah.
Ryan's father has this.
Jason McCormick. Yeah.
Yeah. What's that?
His name is Jason. Yeah.
Jason Bourne. He has this bracket they do, and it's a whole, you draft, and there's a whole, we'll go over this with Jeff.
Yeah, it's a tournament auction.
It's a tournament auction where you auction teams, and then whatever the seed is, you get that number of points. So if you have a 15 seed win a game, and then it doubles or triples.
Yeah, depending on the seed, you multiply that. Whatever round it's in, you multiply their seed number and get that many points.
Yeah.
You definitely want to get a couple 12 seeds.
Yeah, right. The 5-12s. The 12.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have ruined my strategy. They probably don't know about the 5-12 matchups. They never. They never talk about that on TV. How every year 3 out of 4 12s. Every year you got to look at those 12 seeds. So anyway, we'll have a full show today. It is March 14th, 2024, and March 14th is better known as
Pi Day.
Pi Day, because 3.14 is pi.
Okay.
Yeah, see what they did there?
Was it National Pie Day?
No, it's and then I Googled, National Pie Day, Cream Pie Day. Don't Google that. Anyway, it's way different than you would think.
Wow.
So I just with pie, and Ryan found this. So that
Definitely not two girls.
So now we see, you did a pizza pie. Did you do that for me, a pizza pie? That was very. That
was a pie.
That looks like a pizza pie.
A pizza pie.
Is that? It does look like a pie, I guess.
I guess.
That's the oven. I thought that was the lid to a pizza box. Doesn't that kind of look like a pizza box?
Oh, it's going in the oven.
Yeah,
I see.
And how old is that oven? It's not digital. Oh my God, what is those archaic?
That does not look like.
But anyway, happy Pie Day. What are we supposed to?
The mitts look more like pizza.
Well, the mitts look like pizza. That threw me. I thought those were little pepperonis.
Yeah.
All right. So does anyone pie or cake?
Man.
Correct
Pie.
answer.
Pie.
Correct answer is cake.
Pie.
Cake.
Your son says pie. Pizza. Pizza and pizza. I got to go cake. You know me. I don't like to mix things. I don't do cake and ice cream. Just give me a piece of cake. Chocolate. Pie?
Ice cream cakes.
Dude.
You like ice cream? I don't like pie. What's your pie? What's your brand?
Apple pie.
Apple pie. He's so all-American, this guy. Baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
My mom made me a really good apple pie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. All right, so anyway, Pitt is up. That's good. We talked about the bobbleheads. Oh, Denny sent me this today. We got to talk about this.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
So we've been talking a lot about this fight. Ryan and I started talking about it. Mike Tyson is fighting Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
I feel like he could fight both Paul Bro. I'd like to see Logan Paul knocked out too.
Yeah.
So it's Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Jake Paul, a lot of people believe his fights are kind of handpicked, and
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
it seems like it.
Yeah. I mean, look, like I said the other day, I give him credit. He can definitely fight.
Right.
You know, but yeah, when it's even the one guy that he fought, Tyson's brother.
Yeah.
Or
Fury.
Yeah, Tyson Fury's
right.
brother. Yeah, whatever. I forget his first name. The brother.
Is it Nick?
Jackson.
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury. I believe he's one of the Avengers or something. Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, he left with an eye
Yeah,
patch.
he knocked his eye out.
But and he wasn't even the best boxer in the world, even too. He hasn't exactly had a great resume, but he pretty much handled Jake Paul. So you got to think like anybody with any kind of boxing skills.
I think he's only fought one person younger than 35.
Oh, is that right?
Too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the
because I was going to get into the ring. I wanted the bull. They didn't let me on the bull. There was a bull here. Coach Barry Odom, the football coach at UNLV, got on for charity and rode a bull. And we all thought, it's going to be like, no, he got on a bull. And he got thrown in how long?
Like 2.2
seconds. Everyone's like, wow, Frank could have done better.
I thought for sure Silverman on Tuesday would bring up that story too, because that country bar there on Sunset Strip that we used to go to.
Saddle Ranch?
Saddle, yeah.
Saddle Ranch.
Saddle Ranch.
Yeah.
Saddleback Ranch, Saddle Ranch. One of those.
Outback Mountain?
Yeah.
No. Brokeback Mountain? No.
Dude, I rode it, and somehow there was like a jagged piece of metal or something where you hold, you're supposed to grip it like that. And I felt something, but I got tossed in 4 or 5 seconds, whatever. And I'm like, I want to do this again. And the guy goes, sorry, dude, you can't come up here again.
You're bleeding.
I'm like gushing with blood, my hands flowing, whatever. Our mutual friend took me to Cedar Sinai. I got like 9 stitches in this finger. You can still see the mark. And everybody's like, oh my God, I hope he's all right. I come stumbling back in the bar like 2 hours later. You get out! Let's go, shots!
Oh, my man.
Johnny loves that story.
There's no quit. There's no quit in this guy. I've been there. I've seen him do it. Frank Murgy is on. Frank Murgy, I could tell a story about a bull riding, but I really can't because it's not fit for this show.
Did he stay on for 8 seconds?
We had a roommate, Christine, and he probably already knows the story. She injured herself on the bull. That's all I can tell you. I'll tell you on a commercial break.
Don't look up cream pie.
So anyway, Mike Tyson, what?
I said don't look up cream pie.
Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. So this morning, Denny's like, check your Instagram.
And I have to give credit where credit is due.
Trey
My
found
son
this?
sent it to me last night.
Trey found it. So, all right. So this is what, like a computer simulation?
Yeah,
is
AI.
That, you kids call it AI?
Hopefully
Allen
this will
Iverson.
happen.
So here we go. The tattoo's very realistic. Here's Jake Paul. And then you got Mike Tyson. This is how the fight's going to go. Okay, first of all, Iron Mike.
It's in a UFC ring.
It's in a UFC ring.
UFC.
That's vintage Tyson, by the way. There's no face tat on him, was there? So it's old school Tyson. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be a great fight. I want to see how this is going to be great. It's going to be like a 5-minute
Listen
video.
to the commentary.
Jeez.
And he's dead.
He's
Daniel
dead.
Cormier, that was Cormier's voice. And he's dead.
He's dead.
If only that could really be the real
Oh my
prediction.
God! By the way, that's why they're both geniuses because you know what? That's all. That's what America wants. Everyone. By the way, Mike Tyson was the Jake Paul thing. Everyone. Oh, he's a bad guy. He's whatever. He's great. Now he's like the underdog good
It is
guy.
funny, isn't it? How things can come full circle. Everybody loves him now.
Everyone loves Mike Tyson. Oh, he was in The Hangover. He's funny. He threatened to kill me. Yeah. But anyway, so we can't wait for it's July 20th, I think. And by the way, so is it headgear? We still had no headgear. Tyson's not wearing. Remember? Oh, Matt was here the other day.
Yeah, Matt was here because suppose it was, and then they announced that it's not
no
going to be
headgear.
headgear now.
Yeah, because I'm like, if it's headgear, that's like
because they're trying to get it. Actually, remember he said they're trying to get it sanctioned as an actual
as an
heavyweight-
actual professional fight. Yeah, no one's good. If it's headgear, I'm
No one's gonna buy-
I'm
Well,
watching
it's
Hulu
free,
instead.
What are you seeing, Ryan?
I'll be on Peacock with them.
It looks like they won't wear headgear.
Okay, good.
All right.
Because no one headgear, we don't even know if it's Mike Tyson or Jake Paul. You can't tell.
And I hope it, like I said, I hope it's not like the Floyd Mayweather against Logan Paul, where he carried him a couple of times. You could see he actually did almost hold him up. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, I wouldn't mind if he did it for a round or so, whatever, and then just unleashes.
Yes. All right, so we want to mention today is episode 110. And Denny wore a jersey. You wore a number 10 jersey.
Yes, I did.
Look at that.
Did some shopping yesterday. The
And,
Venetian shops.
and he walked in, and I couldn't tell that it was a Chargers jersey.
Yeah. What did he say?
I said, is that a Commander's
jersey?
Because I thought, well, because that's your
their
team. And then
colors.
there was light, and everyone's like, hey, idiot.
Justin Hoiberg.
Yeah, it's Justin. It's a Justin Herbert. That's a nice jersey. I like Justin Herbert.
I love Justin Herbert. I was really hoping my Commanders were going to draft him a couple years ago because we could have had him. I don't remember what we took that year. I can't remember, but I was like,
But speaking of your Commanders, they did go ahead and grab Bobby Wagner.
Oh, they did get him
They
too?
got Bobby Wagner, linebacker, who played
Man,
with
I
Seattle.
keep missing this.
Future Hall of Famer.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, he went to the Rams for half a season or one full year.
But he had a good year with them too, though.
Yeah, he did. He led the team in tackles. Now he went back to Seattle last year, but now he's in the D.C. area.
I like that. I like that sign.
So you got him, and you got Austin Eckler.
Austin Eckler.
He's a touchdown maker right there.
Dude, that's what I was saying yesterday, too. I'm not joking. I wish they would make a run at like Mike Williams or something like that. Because you pair him up with Terry McLaurin, that would be an unbelievable 1-2 punch.
And they still have that Dotson receiver.
Yes, yeah.
That's what I mean.
He still has plenty of promise.
Yeah. And you get Jaden Daniels, is what you're thinking.
Yes, that's who I want, man.
You guys are sitting at 2.
You get him with his talent, man. I mean, I honestly think he's the best overall NFL-ready quarterback in the draft.
Well, what do you think of the Bears? What should the Bears do at number 1?
Well, anyway, the Commanders also added a center.
He's not allowed to talk about it.
And
Son of a gun, I thought I had him.
Cowboys.
So the Commanders added what?
They added a center and 2 pass rushers from the Cowboys, so following Dan Quinn over from the Cowboys.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Really?
What center was it?
No, Tyler Biadasz.
Mike Webster.
Huh.
And
okay,
then,
because we definitely need offensive line help
and
for
then
sure.
they got Clelin Ferrell, the kid that was drafted 4th overall by the Raiders.
Oh my gosh!
And then they Dante Fowler Jr.
Man,
who's the coach of Washington? Oh, Dan Quinn. Yeah,
this new ownership group, man. Magic Johnson.
Let me ask you this. Maybe you know something. Oh, Magic Johnson's
He's
involved.
part of the group. Yeah.
God. Well, he usually wins. The owner, the new owner, has only been wearing in his box. He's only been wearing colors of Washington. He hasn't worn one Commanders jersey because apparently he hates the name and wants to get it changed.
I've heard that.
Either back. I don't think that can ever. They're not going to be able to get the Redskins back, right?
I mean, there was a petition for it. I'm not sure what it's at.
Right.
Yeah. I think that would be a
what
much
other
better
name?
option.
I mean, what else? Well, it can't be
There
the
was
Generals.
what was the one?
The
my dad,
Monuments or something. I don't know.
It was Red something like the Red, not Scorpions, but that was the one my dad loved. But it was like Red
Dawn Wolverines.
It was, but dude, it was like the Red Hawks.
I think it was something with like the Air Force, right?
Yeah,
Red Dawn, Red Dawn, man. Try them Russians coming in, man. You've probably seen Red Dawn, right? Kid?
Yeah, the new
but
version.
you probably saw the new version. You've seen the original?
You've seen the classic?
Yeah.
Man, the original's so good. Patrick Swayze.
Oh,
I
my
mean,
gosh.
There's so many stars in that.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. Powers Boots.
Oh, man.
500 Chinamen.
Hey, kid.
There was. And he throws a drink on the fire. B-Town Dummy knows what I'm
Red
talking
Tails? Was it Red Tails?
The Red Tails?
Red. No, it wasn't Red. I thought it was like Red.
That's not very. That doesn't instill fear.
Oh man,
we'll figure it out. Red something. Red Dawn would be the best. I'm sorry. All right, so it's episode 110. Now we started doing the jersey numbers on like show 16, and we worked our way all the way up. We skipped the 60s because it was a bunch of offensive linemen, and he would show me a pound. I'm like, I don't know who those people are, but they make a lot of money, so good for them. So we did a 10. Oh my God! So it's how many can Frank and Denny nail? So we're starting on bottom left. That looks like
left.
Is that Chef?
Yes, it is. I know that bat right
now.
now.
I know that's exactly.
Yeah. Have you seen clips of his son?
I was just gonna say that his son, if we can find a clip, if we have time, Gary Sheffield Jr.
Just like him, the same
swing, but there's one ball. The one clip I've probably seen that you've seen crushes a ball.
You can hear it first.
And another guy that should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, 100%.
Sheffield, Andrew Jones. We talked about this on one of your appearances.
Yes.
But Sheffield had the quickest bat. His ball made a different sound.
Because you would think you could get a fastball in on him because he did that. No, you could not sneak a piece of cheese by him.
And I'll tell you what, I looked up your stats on Sheffield. I didn't use it because I don't remember what they were. But
yeah,
he could hit. All right. So did you find the video? If you do, Ryan, just let me know.
Yeah, it's very quick.
It's very quick. Yeah. Do we have it? Do we want to see it?
It's a long video, but it just flashes his his stance. So
do you want to show it or no? Sorry. Yeah, here it is. There's Sheffield's kid. Bam.
Look at that. I mean, it's the spitting image of him.
And that's the bat flip. That's one of the most epic backflips. And he almost ran the umpire over. All right. So
moving on.
Continuing on, is that one of the Mannings? Or?
Yes.
Oh, that's Eli Manning, right?
That's Eli.
Now, I know the next guy, too.
I do, too.
Go ahead, say it.
Fran Tarkenton.
This is probably one, and Chris is smiling. Chris Andrews just walked in. Chris, if you want to jump in on these jerseys, you're more than welcome to join us.
Come on.
The reason I say this about Fran Tarkenton, the reason I mentioned Fran Tarkenton is when I was a kid and I had his football card, this guy, I believe it was 48,000. When he retired, he had 47 or 48,000 passing yards, which was he was the top passer of all time.
And probably one of the best scrambling quarterbacks
if you go back and watch.
47,000.
47. The little Rain Man-esque on these kids. When I was a kid, The numbers are in here. Denny Neagle versus
there was nobody even close to him scrambling-wise.
Scrambling?
Time,
No.
right?
No
nobody
chance.
even
And
close.
half the time he was running for his life because it was on some bad. But also
he
went
played
to
for some good
couple
Minnesota
Super Bowls.
teams.
Yeah.
But if you go back and after our show, before Sports by the Book, we give you a 2-hour break between this and Sports Hour. Go on YouTube, stay on YouTube, look up Frank Tarkington. I mean, scrambling for like a minute. And all the old NFL films.
You could almost say, like, that's incredible. Come on.
And gets it.
Right. No chance. No chance.
When we only had 3 channels, boys. Sit back. Let Grandpa tell you a story. We had 3 channels. It was a show on ABC called That's Incredible. And what you guys call TikTok, we called That's Incredible. And that's where all these great clips and great stories. And Frank Tarkington was one of the hosts.
He was great.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah.
It was, by the way, it was back-to-back. It was that and Real People. Remember Real People?
Yes.
Byron Allen, Sarah Purcell,
Byron
Skip
Allen,
Stevenson. All right, so anyway, Frank Tarkington, forgotten in the annals of history. He's still alive, by the way. He's got to be up there.
Yeah.
Got to be 80 or 90. But I had his football card, and I loved him. Now, there's
Became
a little...
really successsual businessman after football.
Do you
remember his appearance on SNL?
No.
Okay, so there was a thing, it was in the script. You know, it was in the script. And it was kind of racial. But, it was in the script. You know what I mean? And it was a joke. But a lot of black guys did not take it as a joke.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to repeat it right now.
Another assignment for everyone watching the show. By the way, we have so many... Michael Kadri is here, too. Michael, I just did his podcast. You want to check out, it's called Blabberbrains. You can check it out on my social media. Michael says, watching videos of both Tyson and Paul trying. Paul looked like he was just doing a cardio workout. Tyson looked like he was training to murder someone with his fist. Yeah.
Oh, really?
You should.
So out of character, yeah.
Exactly. Although, Ryan, you weren't here the other day when I brought this up with Denny. You're saying that Mike Tyson video, we see him training in his underwear for some reason.
Yeah.
That's how we all train.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I go to Lifetime Fitness, I usually go my underwear.
I go to Planet Fitness. Me and all the cougars. Anyway, you're saying Mike Tyson was in bed for 2 weeks after that.
Yeah, Tyson went on Rogan's podcast and said that training was probably like 30 seconds where he was going hard.
Are you serious?
And then he was like bedridden for 2 weeks.
Oh, no. That's not a good sign.
That sounds like us.
I'm not sure I believe that.
I think he's baiting us. Iron Mike, man. July is going to be. Now, will there be a line on this Tyson?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
People are going
Did you hear? They said they're trying to get it sanctioned as an actual heavyweight fight.
As soon as we get all the details, because we got to get the date, we got to get the site, we got to get all that stuff. Oh yeah, we're gonna take. Oh, we'll do a lot of business.
It's July
Cowboy
20th.
Stadium?
It's at Cowboy Stadium in Dallas, so they're gonna pack that thing out. And I think right now it was Jake Paul was minus 200 on one of the offshores. I think, right?
Oh man.
So you see Tyson money coming in.
Oh,
on
it
that.
started out like minus 450 or something,
Right?
Oh yeah, so it's been all Tyson money.
We're watching that here. Oh yeah, Ryan, I'm puzzled as to the next person on that collage. There's someone on a punchline.
Is that? Or, no, yeah. You're talking about the
Hockey player?
Is that a?
You wore his jersey. The first bet we made.
on the punchline.
Oh,
one.
he's very small.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's on
Bedard?
the punchline's logo.
The guy holding the Stanley Cup?
Do you guys
Is
see
that
that?
Bork?
No.
I can't see that.
Yeah, I know. It kind of blends in with the.
You know what? It was.
You're talking about the Blackhawk?
No, I see it now, but if you look at it at home, his arms blend into the punchline's logo, so it just
Okay,
it
now
looks
I see.
it
He's
looks
holding
like
the
a
cup.
tiny head.
Oh, I see.
See,
Yeah,
we didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
Yeah.
Too.
Our eyes are old, Ryan.
I know. Yeah.
Wait, you said he wore his
Just as
jersey.
clear as this jersey.
Oh yeah, Patrick Kane,
It is Patrick.
Patrick
Patrick
Waugh.
Waugh. No, he didn't have number 10.
So, Patrick Finnegan,
No.
Patrick O'Patrick,
No.
Patrick. I don't know.
Captain, my captain.
Starts with an S.
Patrick Subban,
PK
Sutures,
Subban. No.
Scalpel.
Sharp.
Patrick Sharp.
Sharp.
All right,
Yeah, you
I
were
don't.
close
I
with
never
Scalpel.
got that one. Yeah.
I don't know who that is. All right, you're going black and white on us on this next 10. Is that like Satchel Paige or something?
No.
Is it a Negro League player?
No.
It's black and white though.
Wait, what team is
It's
that?
that old.
Brooklyn?
Boston.
Oh,
Is it Lefty Grove?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Is it really?
Yep.
Okay, that one I'm gonna.
Who is it?
Lefty Grove.
Lefty Grove. Wow.
I pulled that one out of wherever. All right, let's go down to the Houston Oiler.
Is that Vince Young?
It is not an actual Oiler.
Oh, it's when the throwback is that CJ? That's not CJ Stroud. So it's someone who was on the Texans and they wore the throwbacks.
Tennessee Titans.
Would have been a Titan.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
a Titan. I'm sorry, that's right. It's not Vince Young, like he said. Ernest Givens.
Current player.
Oh my God.
Oh, is it that quarterback they got from?
Oh, from Kentucky.
Will Levis? No.
No, he's white.
No, I was thinking the other one.
No, I'm thinking of
Tyrod Taylor.
Is it wide receiver?
Malik,
It is a wide receiver.
It's a wide
Malik
receiver.
Willis.
Malik Willis.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Of
I had the wrong guy.
And it's not him.
He wears number 7.
It's not him either.
Who that? Give us a clue.
He's probably a Hall of Fame wide receiver. He played with the Texans and
Andre
the Cardinals
Johnson.
before going to Tennessee.
Lynn Swan.
Oh no.
He's a current wide receiver.
Yeah.
His mother
Wait,
is
did he play
blind.
with the Cardinals too?
Yes.
Oh, whatchamacallit, dude? Yeah, he went from the Cardinals to the Texans to the.
Flipped. Drafted by the Texans, then to the
Just give
Cardinals.
us his initials. Jeff, who is it?
I know who it is. I just.
Who is it?
DH.
What?
DH.
Hopkins.
Hopkins,
Yeah.
I could not think
I
of
was.
the name.
I've been holding out. I wanted to test
Jeez.
Denny and Chris.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins. All right, that was a good
DeAndre
one.
That would be
Hopkins,
really
yeah,
quick.
Of course, yeah.
All right, we got an Atlanta Brave in there. I'll let Denny take that one.
Well, geez, and what was the stats against me?
I don't think they
I'll
were very
remind it.
good, right?
Not for him.
Not for him. That's what I mean. Yeah, no, exactly.
I didn't even know they were that good for my side.
Yeah,
but
that was a fun. Did you know Eric Karros was the guy who struck out the most?
I did not know that.
Do you
either.
remember
I knew
that?
I had good success, but I didn't know it was.
We played a game yesterday with Denny.
Oh, yeah, I saw
Yeah,
it.
with the stat lines, and Eric Karros, you had him 16 times.
Yeah.
I'm still blown away by the Tony Gwynn stuff.
We talked about that a lot. Tony Gwynn hit 194 against this man. And against like the Hall of Famers, I saw a tweet the other day. It was against Smoltz, Glavine, and Maddox. He only struck out like 3 times.
3 times total. Yeah.
So he owned
Maddox
those.
never got him once.
Look at that.
Maddox hated him. I knew
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I
you
mentioned
know.
that at lunch.
Yeah. But you, Denny dominated.
But that is Larry Wayne Jones, Chipper Jones.
Chipper.
And then that's you put a Vancouver
Grizzly.
Grizzly
Is
in
that
there.
Bibby?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yes, it
look
is.
at that.
You know why I knew that?
No.
Because when I was looking for a number 10 jersey in the Lids shop yesterday,
Yeah, okay.
I was like, God, I guess I'll have to go with Bibby. You know, whenever I go, I was never a fan of his or anything, you know. And then finally I saw the Herbert ducked in mine there.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I knew Bibby had 10.
So that's Mike Bibby?
Yes.
I have a terrible story about Mike. I'm not going to tell it.
Wait, you can't bait it. Oh, is this a commercial break story? Or is it a story you can tell on the show?
I can tell it very quickly.
Yeah, no, take
any
your time.
Reno people listening
screen by?
know my good friend Paul Sonner. He owned Bullies, a string of sports bars in Reno. Paul sadly has passed away about 10 years ago.
In Reno?
Yeah, in Reno.
Okay.
Great guy, terrific guy. Did a bunch of stuff for the community. This is when Bibby was with Sacramento. He was hell of a player. So he gets Bibby. Pays him $6,500. Come on up, sign autographs. On like a Thursday night or whatever. The joint is sold out.
Wow.
I mean, there's people all over. Bibby comes and goes, "I'm not coming in unless you double it."
Oh, wow.
Last minute.
Oh, he's in the
jeez.
car. He goes, "I want
Oh,
to take care of
gosh.
my boys. I'm not going in." Paul says, "Well, I didn't tell you to bring all those guys. We had a deal. He already paid them. So Paul's sitting there thinking, do I pay him the $6,500, or maybe I'll just give $6,500 to everybody in the bar, spread it out? He winds up paying Bibby, and as a matter of fact, my good friend from Reno's in town for the Mountain West. There's a great picture of Paul and Bibby holding the check, and Paul was like a big dude. He was a big,
not
bad
smiling?
dude.
Okay.
He is so mad. He's ready to kill him.
Oh,
He's
my
ready
God.
to kill. And anyway, that's my very brief story.
Oh,
But
man.
I've hated Bibby ever since then for screwing my friend Paul.
Jeez.
I don't blame you.
When I first started at the Funny Bone in Pittsburgh, where Denny would come see me, and this is when it was on Route 51, a lot of...
You said Pittsburgh.
He did.
What are we up to, 80?
80.
80.
Yes.
All right.
Is Pitt covering? Is Pitt winning? What's the score of the Pitt game? I have money. I'm taking some South Point money, maybe. Let's go Pitt.
Where was the funny bone?
It was in a city. Damn it.
On Route 51? No.
On Route 51, a lot of comics would come in. This is like early days of comedy clubs. They'd come in and they'd see it packed and they'd go, I'll give me another 1,000. And the owners would have to do it.
Yeah.
they had
Because it
a-
was packed?
Yeah, it was packed. Like, I need another 1,000 or I'm not doing it. And they'd go, all right. And they'd give him $1,000. All right. So Mike Bibby, great. Look at that. You nailed it.
Good
and then we had a
catch,
great
yeah.
story out of it. I don't, the Dolphin, is that Tyreek Hill?
Yeah,
the
that's
cheetah?
Tyreek.
Cheetah.
Now, there was one request I had, Chris, was a number 10.
Okay.
And he shows him catching the ball in the upper right-hand
Is
corner.
that the catch there?
That is.
that-
Oh, no. That's not who it is.
Santonio Holmes?
No.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't put.
I did not.
I asked
Who's
for
that?
No, you're right. It's Antonio Holmes.
Yeah, okay.
I asked for Cordell Stewart, and you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
he wasn't good compared to Santonio Holmes.
Well, that looks like the catch, Chris, in the Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
Although I will say Cordell probably had
It is
one
the
of the
catch in
greatest
the corner of the end
turnarounds,
zone.
man. You know, 'cause when it looked like he was going to be out of the
toe drag.
game,
Yeah.
for him to come back and have a couple of those good years.
And he took us to a couple AFC
Yeah.
championships.
Cordell is disrespected.
Yeah, he is.
he's a
You know what I
hell
mean?
of a
Yeah, because he
player.
really did end up having a pretty decent
Yeah, I'd
career.
love to see him in today's game. He's
Exactly.
one of those guys. I think he would flourish.
And I think it was Ken Wisenhunt and whoever
was
the
his
other.
nickname?
What's that?
What was his nickname? What did they call him?
Slash.
Slash?
He was Slash,
Yeah.
man. He played guitar for Guns N' Roses, too. He was very versatile. He could catch, he could pass. I remember he had a 90-yard completion against Baltimore, and then he ran for like 70 yards. I mean, he was ahead of his time, and you got to give credit to the Steelers.
And when he was at Michigan, had maybe the
Oh, no.
longest pass
Colorado.
completion.
Yeah, that game at Michigan.
Yeah. For Colorado,
Yeah.
against Michigan.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that was like 90 yards.
He scrambled around like Fran
Unbelievable.
Tarkenton, and he throws that deep pass to Michael Westbrook.
Yes.
The Westbrook
I think
or
it was
Pritchard?
Westbrook.
Was it Westbrook? I think it's
it was-
Westbrook, yeah.
I think it was Michael. It was Michigan or Notre Dame. It was against Michigan.
Michigan.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and he heaved it.
Yeah.
He had an arm. Cordell was great.
Dude,
he
I met the real Slash when I was with the Yankees after
really?
after my World Series start. You know, we're in Mickey Mantle's restaurant, and dude, he was like the most laid back, like easygoing. Yes, yeah.
Did he have the hat on?
That's surprising.
He was a
yeah.
big baseball fan.
No
I was-
kidding.
my cousin who had a 60th birthday party. He's friends with him, and he was supposed to. And I was invited, obviously, my cousin, and I got COVID, so I couldn't go. So I missed out on all these cool people to hang with.
So he was at your cousin's party?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he knows Slash. So, Slash, you want to come on Punchlines, talk sports? Anyway, okay. Last but not least, you have the hashtag spot, or the number sign, as we call it. That's Cooper Kupp.
Yep.
Cooper Kupp.
Yes.
I was at the Coliseum and saw Cooper Kupp rip his knee. I was at that game. It was they were in town. It was Seattle. And I saw him go down, and everyone in the crowd was like, "Oh God!" And it was
there goes the season.
there goes the season, there goes his career, whatever. And he came back, and of course, he had one of the greatest seasons a wide receiver's ever had. He had I think, including the playoffs, it was like over 2,000 yards or something.
Ridiculous.
He was a monster. And he had a decent year last year, although Nakua stole a lot of his thunder. But good number 10s, and you are number 10 right there. I love it.
Yeah, I was gonna put
we're
Herbert
going to
on
take a commercial break, come back. Chris, you're more than welcome to stick around. We wanted to talk a little
Okay.
brackets with you.
All right, sure.
Okay. And Jeff Parles is here. I don't know if we can have a foursome up here.
Ooh.
Remember, don't Google that either. All right, we'll be back in
cream
2
pie.
minutes. More punchlines when you get back.
South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rockin' dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grand View Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show. Every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grand View Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grand View Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, because you're in Vegas, baby. South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
Welcome back to Punchlines. This is a first for me. We have a full boat here. We got This is awesome. This is some of my favorite people in the world. We have Denny Neagle, who's been here all week. To my left, Jeff Parles. And to my right, the man who made it all happen, Chris Andrews, the director of the sports book. It's the Four Horsemen. It's like the old, was it Notre Dame that had the Four Horsemen?
Sure, yeah.
Right.
That's even before my time.
Exactly. I know. We look at, we're all like, Chris is like, whoa.
Yeah.
So, Chris, obviously the tournaments are going strong right now. We got St. John's and Seton Hall. Go Rick Pitino. Pitt is up by 12. That's good for me. What's the handle been like? What's business like? It's been booming, right?
You know, I think last week I was saying it's always a little disappointing because I think the basketball is great, but the handle isn't because the numbers are too good. We've had the handle has been unbelievable. We're about 25% ahead of last year.
That's great.
The same couple of days, so hopefully we can continue. And it's a good crowd in here
I
today.
know. There's a lot of people, a lot of jerseys around, and this is probably, I would think that's a good sign for the tournament
basketball
next
or bowling
week.
jersey.
Oh,
There's a lot of bowling jerseys. But that's a good forecast for next week for the tournament.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, sure. It's that's always crazy. And it really, since I've been here, not so much the first year. I mean, this is my 8th year here.
Okay.
The tournament now outrights the Super Bowl.
Wow. Yeah, and Brian and I were talking. I saw something online. They were saying that this year's tournament will double the Super Bowl.
Well, I was going to say not only outrights it by a ton.
Yeah, they're saying the men's and women's tournament. A lot of people.
Because we're going to have the women's too, and then you have the NIT and all that stuff.
No interest there. That's what NIT stands for.
I have a question since we talked about this, Frank, Chris. Is there because of the? It seems like the secret's out now. Every year it seems like at least 112 beats a 5. Do you see that like in the betting? Do a lot of people try to go with the 12s?
Sure, yeah. But it's funny though. There's still always a lot of favorite play, and I'll mention a good competitor of ours who's a friend from down at the Circa. Derek Stevens came in one year, and his thing was he was going to bet every game. Okay. As soon as we open the numbers, every game for 10,000 a rattle. Every game, 30. He bet almost every underdog. I'm like, oh, somebody's feeding him information. Right. Derek got killed, and so did we. Everybody, all the favorites covered that.
Oh, really?
So even though we're talking here, and a lot of underdogs, a lot of upsets, a lot of money line play, we still wind up needing mostly dogs.
Mostly the dogs, right?
It's just the way it goes.
The fun bet that I'm looking forward to doing in the casino, I did it one year with my buddy Bob, who watches. We did the 1st to 10 or 1st to 15.
First to 15 we do.
That's the favorite thing of everyone. If you go upstairs, Frank, because Chris has told this story multiple times. You go up there, you'll have North Dakota, just throwing a team out there. They won't be in the tournament this year. Well, one of the most memorable, North Dakota State, 2019, 16 seed against Duke.
Okay.
They're like 5-1, plus 490 to get the 1st to 15 first. They got there. They got the loudest roar of the whole weekend.
No, I got to tell you. So, the one year they were all sitting kind of in that corner close to my office. So I had one of the casino executives come down there, and I said, "And what are you going to do? All you got to do is laugh. These guys, they murdered us." But I said, I remember telling Dave Jensen, I said, Dave, I guarantee they ain't walking out here. Right. We got tables, we got slots, we got roulette. They ain't walking out here.
Well, it's like the movie Casino, which I know you're very familiar with. The one guy who was winning a bunch of money, the Japanese businessman, get him to the plane. Oh, there's something wrong with the plane. Got to come back, and he comes back and loses like another $1 million on top of what he already took from the hotel. Some of those stories, probably some of that stuff, kind of.
Oh, yeah, a lot of those. I was there at that time. That's my first job in Las Vegas.
You've seen Casino.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Joe Pesci's character. Like, Chris was around that.
Yeah.
Like the real guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Nicky Spilatro.
And he was a scary guy, let me tell you.
Yeah. I just watched a documentary on him the other day. The real guy.
Yeah.
You did not want to cross him. Yeah.
After the show, Chris will tell you some more stories. Now, we have to do this game today because it's time sensitive. So I'm thinking, Denny, if you need some help, you have two sports experts
All right.
here. This is a game.
I can phone a friend?
Yeah, you can phone a friend. Take a 50-50. It's a game I invented called Triple Day, Triple Play. This is 3 sports-related celebrities who are all celebrating birthdays today.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a clue about them, and then you have to guess their age, multiple choice. All right, so here we go. Player number 1 clue. Here we go. This guy's dad also played the same professional sport as he does. He was the 7th overall pick in the 2009 draft. I could tell you his college. Out of Davidson, and he's played.
Yeah, come on.
And he's played with the same team his entire career. Here it is on who is that?
Well, I didn't know. I was
it's you.
leading up to it. I was going to say, Jesus.
Well, he knew right away as soon as you say it out of
Davidson.
Davidson.
Oh, God, yeah.
That was the clue that gave.
But, okay, and we have to guess his age.
Happy birthday.
I guess his age. Okay.
So how old is Steph Curry? Is he 34,
I
36,
think-
or 37?
I think he's 36.
And double check this because I might have underlined the wrong one.
Man, I mean, he's had to been.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have it underlined, but I thought it was the other one. How old do you think? Jeff, do you have any guess on how old he is?
I actually spoiled this morning because it was.
Oh, you already
on
did.
social media, so I'm
don't
not
look,
gonna
don't
say-
He's
I'm not
out.
gonna say
He's
anything.
recusing himself.
Yeah, I'm recusing.
So I
Wait,
was thinking it was 30.
Which one is it?
30.
Okay. I thought
I'm going to agree. I'm going to say 36.
34? I'm gonna go
say
34.
36. Let's say 36.
Chris is the numbers man. The correct answer is. Oh, I know. Oh, yeah. It's 36. He's 36.
Right the first time.
Chris had it. Chris had it.
Stick to your guns there. Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I highlighted the wrong one. I'm sorry.
You highlighted the wrong.
I made a mistake. I make mistakes once
Isn't
in a
that
while.
crazy though to think? Like, because, did he?
I know. That's what I was
Did he,
going to say.
did he go all 4 years to Davidson?
He went 3.
Three?
He left because
So that means he's been in the league 15 years
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
God
Jeez.
almighty, man.
and he was a New York Knick for all of about 30 seconds.
Oh, was he really?
I don't remember
No,
that.
well,
Was that
that
draft day trade?
That was the it was a Steve Kerr story where the Knicks were trying to trade up with Phoenix because that was when Kerr was in charge of Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
But then the Warriors took Curry, the pick before the Knicks, and the Knicks ended up with someone who was terrible.
Who was it? Do we even know?
I want to say it was Jared Jeffries, but
Who? Yeah.
no, it wasn't Jared Jeffries because that was earlier. Now I'm gonna have to double check it.
All right,
Someone
we'll
who's
double
not
check.
Good though.
All right, we'll go to number 2. This gentleman also celebrating a birthday today. Here we go, Anna. Are you ready? Yesterday was the anniversary of the day this man played in a baseball game against one of your for one of your former teams.
Oh, Billy Crystal.
Billy Crystal, yeah. There you go. Billy Crystal.
I don't think it's a real player.
No, I know. Well, that's the curveball I threw. So anyway, yeah, yesterday was the anniversary. He played a game when he was 60 years old. He was there for one game.
He went to spring training.
Spring training, signed a one-day contract, said it was the highlight of his career. So Billy Crystal was one of my favorite growing
Remember,
up.
and dude, the 2000 World Series after we won and we're celebrating on the field, he was there with his film crew.
Oh, really?
Getting background scenes for 61.
Ah.
That's what he was filming.
Yeah, that's a
after we
pretty good
win, we're all,
movie.
and I was like, Billy, this is my dad, this is my brother, this is my uncle, this is my. And finally, he goes, "Jesus Christ, how many freaking Nagles are there?" Man?
Oh my God, 61, by the way, is a movie about
Great
the home
movie.
run chase.
Yeah.
Awesome
Roger
movie.
Ray. Unbelievably forgotten movie. It's 61 with the asterisk.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable.
that's a terrific
And he
movie,
directed that movie. It's tremendous. So anyway, how old is Billy Crystal today? Who, by the way, I've written 2 fan letters when I was a kid. I wrote one to Dick Enberg and one to Billy Crystal. Never heard back from either. But anyway, I wrote one to Billy Crystal. Is Billy Crystal 72, 76, or 78?
Man. God, obviously he's been around.
Everyone's thinking, all right, everyone's
I know,
doing some
I'm
math.
trying
I'm waiting for their guesses.
Okay, you're waiting for their guesses.
It's one of 2. for
It's
me.
got to be 76 or 78.
Yeah, that was what I was
Yeah.
thinking too.
All right.
I'm going to go 76.
And I'll go 78.
And I'll agree with Chris on that one.
When you need numbers, you go to Chris Andrews, ladies. It's 76. Ladies and gentlemen, happy birthday.
Does anybody else remember Billy Crystal on Soap?
I vaguely.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
And that was a very progressive, controversial thing
Well,
because
he was
played
a
Jody.
homosexual.
He was gay, yeah.
And who was his boyfriend?
I remember Richard Mulligan was on the show, but I don't remember who it was. Jay Johnson? No.
Bob Seagren.
Who?
Bob Seagren, not the pentathlon, the decathlon.
Oh, I don't even remember
wow.
that name.
He was on like
You would think it
one.
would be Bruce Jenner.
He was like on one. He was like on one episode, and they broke up.
I don't
and
remember.
I think, and Billy Crystal was going to commit suicide because.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that was a really ahead of its time
Favorite
show.
Billy Crystal movie?
Harry Met Sally, so good. City Slickers.
City
Original
Slickers
City
is great. That's a great
City
movie.
Slickers.
Yeah.
I saw on Father's Day, right after I flew back from St. Louis, I did 2 weeks at the Funny Bones in St. Louis, Missouri.
Great town.
Great town.
Yeah.
And I made $600 a week. So I had, or $650. So I had like $1,200 or $1,300. It was the most money I'd ever had in my pocket. And I remember going to see that movie, and I was so tired from flying that I fell asleep. But I loved the movie. But I fell asleep halfway through. But I woke up and I'm like, ooh.
Because I love. What was the line? Remember when? Was it Helen Slater? Was she that one?
Helen Slater, Miss Supergirl. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Remember, and she goes, guys don't remember anything, but if you ask them who played, was it third?
The MVP for the Pirates, and then Don Hook. And they scream, and he's like, I beat you. Yeah, exactly. Is it Don Hook, I think? Yeah. All right, we have one more because it's got, by the way, he faced Paul Maholm in that at bat.
Oh,
When Crystal hit 60, He fouled one ball off and then he struck it.
Yeah.
Because the first one, I think Mahalam said, he gave him kind of like.
But still, you know, even just to foul one off.
He got a foul ball, and then after he fouled one off, he's like, okay, I got to strike this movie star out, and he did. All right, last one. Another tie to one of your former teams, and I'm sure you'll have a story about him. That's why I included him. He would have been celebrating a birthday today, but sadly he passed away in 2006. He won 2 World Series, 10-time All-Star, and elected to the Hall of Fame in 2001. Do we want to pixelate? Who is this guy right here?
Oh, Kirby Puckett.
Puckett.
Kirby.
Now, did you play with Kirby?
Yes.
Yeah,
dude. Because there's a story floating around out there with Mike Trombley, another one of my teammates. We both got drafted the same year.
Okay.
And everybody loves this story because Mike says, in my first year called up, I get my check and I'm all happy, and stuff. And Kirby Puckett's leaning over his shoulder. He goes, "Oh, you got your first paycheck there, kid?"
Yeah.
And it was like $3,000 or $4,000.
it was more than the 1,300 I had. Okay, all right.
Back then, league minimums were
Yeah.
but anyways, Puck goes, "Oh, dude, you want me to cash that for you?" And he whips out a roll of bills.
Oh, jeez.
And I said, he did the same damn thing to me, man, when I got called up like a few years before that.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I had that bad eye injury, and
Yeah, he was
passed me with that.
such a great player. Jeez.
And he only played 12 years.
Yeah.
And you look at his numbers; he was on pace for all the.
He's on that Minnesota team that won the World Series with Jack Morris pitching.
Oh, yeah.
91.
And shutout in is 91.
Oh, that was
my
And
first
we'll
year.
see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
that was
see you tomorrow.
that was Kirby's home.
I had a thing with Jack Morris because when this was like 1979 or so, I kind of got, this Morris guy wins a lot of games.
Yeah.
I was betting him like every time, so I always had a thing for Morris.
I think he led the 80s in wins. I
Did
think
he?
he had
Yeah,
the most
I did.
wins.
I got to tell you, I had him a bunch of times in the
He's
80s.
like,
too.
I had him every time.
He was one of those guys that knew how. There's certain
Yeah.
guys that knew how to pitch to win. Like, so if Daisy didn't have his
Right.
good stuff, he might give it 3 or 4 runs, but he'd win 5-4.
When you say
Yeah.
Verlander does that a lot too
Yes.
now,
Mhm.
Yeah, his ERA numbers are not great,
Yeah.
but boy, he got a lot of wins.
well, that's why he wasn't elected to the Hall
It
of
took him
Fame.
to the last year.
Yeah.
The LA
I know,
Bills,
and I
yeah.
kept thinking, did he murder somebody's dog or
yeah,
something?
insane. Because in
that
the
91, because he already won it in 84 and pitched good, but then that 91, that performance alone to me should have put him in there.
He
Yeah,
pitched
I'm
10
with you.
innings,
Yeah,
right?
10 shutout innings.
10 shutout innings, and I think Tom Kelly, right, the manager, I
Yeah.
think he wanted to pull him or something.
Yeah, and Jack was like,
I think Morris
Yeah.
threatened him.
Yeah, you're not, go sit down with your dark shades. You're not taking this ball from me. And then I think it was Gene Larkin with the Sacramento.
Gene Larkin,
and
yep.
Dan Gladden.
Dan Gladden, yeah.
Dan, the man
Yeah.
from Gladden.
Gene
And I
Larkin.
remember the umpire clearing everybody out. I guess
Yep.
I got to see him touch
Yeah,
home
right,
plate. I got to see
exactly.
him touch home plate.
Yeah, that's right. He is. But I remember Dan Gladden coming.
Mets
Gene,
don't got him.
that's a forgotten baseball. Gene Larkin, that was a game-winning World
Yeah.
Series hit.
That was a great series.
He was one of those solid,
Yeah.
You know why
hitter guys.
that series is legendary in Nevada?
Why is that?
The
home
like,
teams.
No,
No.
both teams were 2 of the biggest long shots.
Yeah, because
really?
they both
And-
went worst to first.
And I got to tell you, I got murdered on that too. You know, I mean, everybody did, but it worked out great for me because I was in like the satellite business. So all of a sudden, all these casinos wanted out of the sports business. Well, Big Daddy was there to pick them up. So he said, "Yeah, we'll take them."
That's right.
And my business exploded after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, worse. That's right. It was the Braves. I love the Braves. The only reason I can say the Braves is because Denny's here, but we can't talk about it. With 91, that was supposed to be the Pirates. That was when we lost the first time to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then we're not talking
Was
about
Avery still on that team?
No, he was on he was on 92 for sure, Avery.
What? In
Oh, no, 91. He did shut us down.
Avery was in.
Yeah, Game 7, he shut the Pirates
Yeah,
down.
he
Yeah,
was NLCS MVP.
Frank was
What
90
happened to him? Did his
shoulder.
shoulder? Boy, he was a hell of a
He
pitcher.
went to the Reds. Was he on the Reds with
Yeah,
you?
yeah, we
right.
played together in 99.
Frank, 91 Game 7, which city was that in?
It was in the Steel City. Trying to get him. Nope.
He would have got it.
No,
right
if he
away.
would have said, yeah, if I had
92,
anyway.
I know is in Atlanta because that's one of the most famous plays in.
I don't know what you're
history,
talking about.
I'm still haven't gone over that one.
Pittsburgh's dugout.
Unfortunately
He
for
was
both of you
there.
guys.
That's
All
right.
three, actually, everyone on the on the desk
Okay.
is negatively impacted.
Still
Now
not
that
over
you're
that one.
Now that you're here for this, okay, yeah, I just remember Andy Van Slyke, who was my hero, sitting down in the outfield. So after that play happens, there was a rumor that Van Slyke had told Bonds to come in a little
He
bit.
did.
And Bonds didn't listen.
Nope. He was like, "I'm good."
I think there was animosity between them.
Oh,
two.
yeah.
They didn't get along great. But I will say that I never saw more grown men crying in a locker room than after that
Yeah.
game because we all knew that was it. You know?
Yeah.
we knew Draybeck was gone, Bonds was gone. That was it for the run.
You should have seen me that night. You want to see grown men cry?
I think I told you. I remember just going out to my car and just laying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had World
can't
Series
believe-
tickets
Frank
in my
looked
hand.
like Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura. No.
In the shower. Oh, man, that was still the worst.
How many years is it now? I'm still not over it.
32 years.
32 years.
Oh my god.
Still bitter. Ryan, we have a few posts. Sound the horn! It's post time. We check out posts on the internet so you don't have to. Ryan, we have a few posts. We got to show one of these because it's Kirk Cousins. Now, you were Washington football.
You like that?
Yeah, you like that. Kirk Cousins, he got a bad rap when he was with Washington.
Yes.
But did you like Kirk Cousins?
Oh, we loved Kirk. Yeah, we didn't want to see him go. I mean,
Yeah.
I always think like what could have happened with him if he had stayed there and not gone on to Minnesota.
Yeah.
I think we could have been a playoff contending team year in and year out with him.
Now,
Well,
Jeff,
Snyder would have found a way to blow it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true too.
Now, Jeff, I don't know if you saw
Snyder.
this. He got grill. He got a grill, but he's on an ice. He's still doing a lot of ice. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I saw the grill. We're getting the prom.
Okay, so
pictures.
here he is. Here he's doing his Let's Ride.
Yeah.
But by the way, could you be more stiff? I mean, could you say something, Kirk? I mean, like, where's it? You like that? Do something. All right, so there's that. And then he got a bunch of ice now that he's in Atlanta, right? Did you see that
Come
one?
on,
Do we
did
have
he?
that one?
Yeah.
Here's him and his kids. He's got a dirty bird. He got him and his kids dirty bird, which, of course, was it Jamal Anderson, I think? did the
Jamal
Dirty
Anderson,
Bird?
yep.
Oh wow.
So they all, what's Kirkwood? Oh, that's his, Hollywood Kirkwood.
Yeah.
So they all got dirty bird necklaces. I mean, when you signed for $180 million.
Yeah, 4 years, 180. Did you see that Cam Newton
No.
tweet or something?
No.
He said, wow, how much guarantee, whatever like that? Who's your agent like that? And I'm like, well, maybe because he's still hitting guys in the flats
stride.
and open.
Yeah.
Unlike Cam. Cam burned out quick, though, but he took a lot of body.
He took a lot of hits.
Yeah, he took some abuse.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a baseball thing here. This is Nick Castellanos, whose name I never get right, but I think I got right there.
He did not.
Nope. Okay. What is it? Nick
Castellanos.
What is it?
Castellanos.
Castellanos.
The double L, Spanish.
Oh,
Llanos.
yes, Poppy. Don't Google that either. Don't Google yes, Poppy. It's another thing not to Google. We've given you 3 non-Googles today. Okay. So, Ryan, could you read this? Because none of our eyes can read that. So he said...
So he said there's a lot of baseball players that are like milk. Milk is only good when it's fresh, and then you leave it out and you leave it out a while and it spoils.
Right.
There are some other baseball players that are like wine. Those are the only 2 kinds. You're either milk or wine. There is no middle.
There is no try. Only
There is no tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow, Rob. There is no tomorrow. So you aged like fine wine. You pitched. How long were you in the majors?
14 years.
14 years. I mean,
Pretty good gig.
That's a good gig.
Boy, did you hear about Bob Feller?
No.
Was
is he dead?
No. No. He's 90 years old. He went to spring training. He threw a 70-mile-an-hour fastball.
Wait a second.
No way.
Wait, Bob Feller's still alive?
Well, maybe, but somebody had a thing.
Okay.
He was 90 years old
And he threw 70.
and threw a 70-mile-an-hour fastball.
Well,
That's pretty impressive.
I think Nolan Ryan did a first pitch, right? a few
Yeah.
years
I
ago?
think his was like 86 or something
Yeah,
like that.
right, yeah.
At
Still
65.
I'm still amazed at Nolan
All
Ryan.
right, real quick. Bob Feller died in 2010.
Okay.
Okay,
all right, all right,
well,
but-
when he was 90,
Before he
though.
passed,
Okay,
yeah.
when he was
So in
90.
2080, he threw that 70 mile an hour.
Yeah.
ball.
That's heat.
But when my kids were like 10, I said, I remember taking a trip to Oakland. Ryan, I said, you got to see this guy. This is the guy you got to see.
Yep.
And I remember him, and I think Canseco batted third, and McGuire batted fourth. And Canseco, he buzzed him right under the chin. You can see Canseco, give me the ball.
Yeah, right.
Get back in
Right.
there. And he does the exact same thing to McGuire.
Yep.
I said, that's Nolan Ryan.
I saw him pitch when I was a kid at Dodger Stadium, but then in Pittsburgh, me and my buddy Mike, we always made.
85.
Oh! Chris! Chris is supposed to be helping me.
I'm the arbiter here.
This is great. This is great. I don't know any money anymore. We blew right through it.
Because I was at 70 and I got wiped out. Jeff was going to be responsible for the $70.
He knew it was a safe
If I
bet.
never reached 70 again.
Because you blew right through it. I should have bet Ryan that you're going to blow right through.
Hey, do you wanna
before
make a
the
bet?
NCAA
Yeah,
tournament.
wanna make some sort of bet?
You made it easily.
All right, back to Nolan Ryan.
Yes, back to Nolan Ryan. So anyway, saw it behind the home plate. Rick Roden, who I've mentioned, a pirate, he would get me tickets, and I'd sit behind the plate, and I made sure to get Nolan Ryan tickets. And just the pop,
Yeah.
and just unbelievable. And again, if anyone digs in, their cleats a little too much.
Oh, yeah.
As Bob Gibson asked, but Nolan
Yeah.
Ryan, did you ever meet Nolan or?
No, you know what's funny? Never really did. No, like never was able to go up and say,
Yeah.
hey, because dude, he was one of my idols.
Yeah.
also, too.
Sure,
For real, growing up an Orioles fan, Cal Ripken, and I love George Brett, but pitching wise, it was Nolan Ryan.
Yeah,
I mean, how could
that
you
was
not?
it.
But
Nolan.
I remember my first year up though in '91 in Texas, and I never saw. Usually some guys would kind of, even the veteran guys, the closer would usually stroll in the second or third. Everybody was always there for that first pitch because they didn't want to miss Ryan.
Yeah.
Because you knew every night you might be witnessing something, historic.
Yeah, it's only 7 no-hitters.
He threw 7 no-hitters.
And how many one-hitters does
Like
he have?
15,
A whole bunch.
15
Yes.
one-hitters
Yeah.
and like 25 two-hitters. The guy was this close to like 40 no-hitters.
For real, to me, that's up there with like Jack Nicklaus with golf. You know,
Yeah.
how many times he finished runner-up, whatever, or third and stuff.
18
Same thing.
two-hitters.
Him and Ryan.
Yeah, remember they
When you
said
look at those-
Tiger would blow by his major wins? He never got there.
no.
I know there were a lot of great pitchers in that era, but how did Nolan Ryan never win a Cy?
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Unbelievable. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And he played for a lot of bad teams.
A lot of bad
Yeah.
teams.
That's what it is. I mean, he won a World Series in '69 when he was on the Mets. Everyone
Yeah.
forgets he won a ring.
Yeah.
But he was like a reliever.
They were ready to get rid of him, because he just couldn't control it.
Another
They had like
brilliant
Seaver,
trade.
Jerry Kuzman.
It was for good. It was
Can you
Seaver
look up one
Kuzman,
hitter?
I
Yeah,
remember.
okay.
Kuzma.
So I'm saying 15 one-hitters. 12.
12.
12.
Yeah.
And
Seven-
two hitters?
7 no-nos, 12 one-hitters, and you want to take a guess?
15
22.
two-hitters?
The middle of that, 18.
18.
Jeez.
So that
Crazy.
could have been 37 no-hitter. I mean, you're right.
And I
every
was
day.
happy
Yeah.
with my 1-2 hit shutout.
Yeah.
And I was very happy with that.
And when were the two hits in the game? Were they early or late?
The one was early. Yeah,
Okay.
it was almost. It was when I was at Pittsburgh.
Okay.
David
You
Segui.
can say it.
David Segui hit a chopper to Carlos Garcia, and he kind of bobbled a little bit. And David Segui was not fleet of foot.
Yeah, no, he wasn't.
And so now all of a sudden it's like 2 outs in the 8th inning, and we're like, oh my god, if that's the only hit, and then Segui hits a blooper.
So the same guy.
so
David
Really?
Segui
He got both? Too bad Tony Gwynn wasn't in the lineup.
Then you would have had a no-hitter. That's a complete show there. Do you want to show the kayaking bear? Just show the kayaking bear.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
We got to end with that.
Monty
Here,
Bear.
we don't know.
yeah,
I don't
of course.
Where is this? Do we know
This
where?
is the big sky. That's the Montana Grizzly.
Yeah, the Montana Grizzly. So
I'm thinking it's going to be a real bear.
no. It's just was he drinking? We don't know what's going on. But that will be me during the tournament upstairs next week. I will be recreating that.
I thought he was going to get a green ball.
That's Monty Bear. up in Boise.
Complete show
They ended up
again.
getting upset yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's that?
Said that was Monty Bear, the Grizzlies mascot. They ended up-
Monty?
yeah, Monty Bear. They ended up getting upset yesterday.
Oh, they did.
To,
I know they had a
500
lead at
basketball
halftime. I
team.
thought they were going to cruise. Montana State came out the second half and
Stormed
just
them. Yeah,
shot right
three-
down.
50
Pete for
points.
the Bobcats.
But do you know
Is
who's
that right?
Yeah.
Do you know who's not getting upset, Sean?
I thought it was back to back.
The Panthers, who are up 55-36 with 13 to go.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Look out. Got some spending money. Ryan,
Has anybody impressed you in this short run? I have one team that impressed me.
Who's
Texas
that?
Tech.
Texas Tech? No,
Texas
I haven't. The Big 12 is tough.
Yeah, they crushed BYU today.
Oh, and BYU, do you win your bet with the BYU bet?
No, of course I didn't,
Oh.
because so they finished fifth. Kansas's only home loss of the year came to BYU, and then the game right after it,
Okay.
TCU is up 18 at halftime
Okay.
and loses the game and doesn't cover as an 8-point underdog.
Wow.
In Provo.
Oh, my God.
So that was a double whammy for me because I had TCU in that game.
What I
too.
say? Nobody ever
So-
makes a run in basketball.
No, yeah, exactly. No, but that was especially
That's
painful
crazy.
because if those two, if Kansas holds business at home, TCU wins that game, BYU finishes 8th.
Wow.
So two results. What do you get? It happens.
TCU's coach is Jamie Dixon, right?
Yeah.
Of course,
The ex-
former coach of
Yeah.
the Pitt Panthers, who
He
they
sure-
should never have fired.
You're correct on that.
Yeah,
Where
that
did he
was-
coach?
that was a bad
It
one.
was the Panthers. I'm not saying it, and I'm allowed to say PITT. I think,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right, Caden's got his hoodie up. All of a sudden, he's 8 Mile over there.
He was wearing sunglasses inside yesterday too.
He's like a professional gambler now. He's
Yeah.
like, look out. Jeff, what do you have coming up on Sports by the Book in a little less than 2 hours?
What do we have on the show today?
Jim Root?
We have Matt Cox,
Matt
who
Cox
is
from Fremont.
Jim Root's comrade over
Right.
at Three Man Weave. We'll more than likely have Vinny, hopefully.
All right.
And then we'll have more college basketball talk.
More college
Is that
basketball.
Wayne Allen Root?
It's not Wayne. no relation to Wayne Allen. Chris is silent on that one. Wow, this was like my favorite show of the week. This was great. Chris Andrews, what's that?
Of the week.
Of the week of all time. Well, I have a short memory.
A week. It's only Thursday.
I know. Well, yeah. So it's the best of 4 so
4
far.
days. Yeah.
Now tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Tomorrow we have John Caparulo coming in.
Oh,
who you
I
said.
got to tell you, like I said, I saw him about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We were rolling on the floor.
He's very
I
funny.
mean, he had us dying laughing. He was hilarious.
Very funny.
He was in
So-
that Vince Vaughn. What was it?
The Wild West Comedy
Yeah.
Tour
Oh, that's
movie or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's great. So I forgot that I've had him booked for like a month and forgot it was this Friday. So it's going to be a full boat tomorrow. You're coming in to say hi to John.
I just wanted. I
Tell
don't
him
want to
that.
interfere with him.
Yeah, no. Well, he's not Bob Zaney where he's going to come in and roast us all. But Caparulo will be here tomorrow, and Hall of Famer
John Smoltz.
John Smoltz, who I love on the MLB Network. That's really cool that we got him.
He's good. Yeah,
That's going to be great. Jeff Parles, thank you for coming in as always. Of
course.
And Ryan, any sign-off bits of wisdom, anything you learned today on the show?
Well, Jerry Googled one of the things, and it was just pictures of you.
Oh, God, what?
Uh-oh.
If you Google
Can you
Yes
show 'em?
Poppy, it's a picture of Frank. Show it.
No
What do you-
way.
is
We
there a
got to see
picture?
this.
No.
Okay, God,
It was-
I don't
it
know
was-
what that
it was
is.
just a-
Never again with oh God. See, Frank Murgy's backing me up. Give up Pop-Tarts or something else next year. He's saying I shouldn't have given up saying the hometown because it's too hard. Bob Dell yelled Wolverines because I mentioned Red Dawn. Paul pointed at the
Bob
Tuskegee Airmen. Bob Delmont, who you know. Yeah, you know
Wolverines.
Bob. Wolverines. And I don't know. The Red Tails, does that have something to do with Tuskegee? I don't know. They were pilots. We don't know. We'll Google that. Anyway, whoa, look at that, how profound that is. I'm shutting the show on episode 110. Ann, any thoughts? Nope. Caden? Caden's the Unabomber now. Caden, look at the camera. Can we take a shot at Caden?
The Unabomber.
He looks like the Unabomber.
The Unabomber.
Yeah.
Ted Kaczynski. All right, that's a weird show to end on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching the show. We'll be back tomorrow with a packed show 111. Punchline stands for lines live in Nevada every show. Denny Neagle.